Hey guys, how's it going? So as many of you know, SoD Phase 5 drops this week, and for those playing, I'm happy for you. There's a lot of things that happen in SoD that I feel like are almost in spite of Era players, and I don't really get it. Era players are people who most likely paid $25 for a clone service. They are most likely people who paid for server transfers after cloning because the desired server they wanted to go to wasn't available via the free transfer. I'm one of those people. They are also probably people who would not be subbed right now if this was not an option. They would be playing a community project. So it's definitely not, a ton of money coming into the system, but it's definitely, I want to argue, almost even more money coming in from SoD because people are paying for transfers, etc., and the clone services. SoD just came with the subscription. You know what I mean? There's really no, transfer payments, the server merges, but I don't know. So this is something, and I'm going to talk about why this is so frustrating. I'm going to read it real quick. Players who have completed the appropriate quests related to looting the head of Onyxia, Hakar, or Rend will now be able to hand in a repeatable quest once a month to re-trigger these world buff effects. These new quests grant no rewards and confer no other benefits other than triggering the world buff event on your realm. 10-second cooldown on DMF, I don't really care about that. That's nice, but again, it's like Stormrend, where it's it'd be cool if it was in the game, and I like it a lot, but I care more about this. This is more upsetting to me. And, this has been something that Era has been trying to do since 2022. And this, 190, obviously it's not like a ton, but it's been going on since 2023, and it's just kind of frustrating that it's this has been happening, and before you say oh, maybe Blizzard didn't see it. Got my smoking gun for you guys. Gotta disable that. Here's a message I sent to Aggrend in December 1st of 2022. There was a point where he was really fucking awesome for Era. He was in the Classic Era Discord. People were talking to him. There was a lot of hype. It was dude, this is awesome. We're gonna, he's finally here. He's communicating with us. We're gonna get something for Era. And again, here's my message, completely unedited. This is Aggrend. Hey Aggrend, sorry to bother you, but saw your message regarding DMs, and this was kind of right before the population started spiking in Era. This Era was kind of building momentum, but it was in an extremely early phase of building momentum. It was you could kind of start seeing it, but it didn't really take off until I want to say maybe a few months after this. But we'll get back to this. I saw your message regarding DMs being an open policy for bouncing ideas off. I know a big issue in Era has been the fear of losing world buffs when players stop leveling. I'm sure it's not as simple as I might be thinking, but I was thinking if a quest was implemented into Chromie, could be like a chrono boon, but instead you had to go recollect the blood of all 5 bosses that drop world buff items, blood of Hakar, blood of Rend, etc. You wouldn't get rewards from the second turn in, outside of being able to redrop the buff. Could have a month CD, or 1 week, even could do 5 uses per buff before having to refill with blood. I think this is a method of keeping world buffs in the game, which is what a lot of us in Era enjoy, keeps players away from searching for that aspect in community projects, keeps people doing old content still, and would be a way to keep this going by doing something in-game. Just my thoughts. Appreciative to even have the opportunity to message you this idea. I'm sure I am vastly oversimplifying it in my head. Yeah, I've heard suggestions like this before. Something to think about for sure. Thanks. He sure did think about it, because he implemented this exact idea into the game. So, and I don't think he, stole my idea, by the way. That's clickbait for the title. But again, I'm sure I got other people messages it's a very common thought, an easy way to get it, but I just don't get it. I really think, and I don't want to finger point, but the streamers who played Divide Delight for 2 months, who freaked the fuck out about Stormrend, I think they kind of fucked all of us on that. I don't know. I just wish that people who have been playing Era forever and people who will be playing Era forever, maybe even just have a vote or just say in this. Not people on the forums who can't even use a real character name with actual logs to show that they're active in Era, should be the ones who are spamming the forums to get Blizzard's attention to take the buffs away. Or people who, again, are going to play Divide Delight for 3 months. But that's just my take. This is, it's so frustrating to see this go to SoD, a version of the game with 70-something thousand players at the current moment, and a seasonal version of the game. This would be such a massive quality of life feature to go into Era. That would have absolutely zero impact on the game and have no cons besides keeping world buffs alive. There's no balancing changes. This is good for both factions and good for the longevity and health of the game. I don't see the issue with this change if it's implemented to Era. So, anyways, guys, take care. Thanks for checking this out.